Welcome friends, and thank you for coming to watch our video, and likewise to interact and share in this experience together. And once more, even though this is a recording and we're not physically in the same room, then nevertheless we are joined together in our intentions and in our desire to sit for a while, to take some time out of our earthly lives and to engage with our spirit within, our divine light, and likewise to engage with our own inspiration in the dearest hope that we will receive some form of benefit in whatever way or ways that may be. But once more, just be mindful of that aspect of, as best we can, to release expectations of what we may hope may or may not occur, or what we may or may not experience. Simply as best we can to sit and be open, and likewise to enjoy this time together, really to just immerse ourselves in that light as much as we wish to do so. As I understand it today, my spirit friends would like to offer a guided meditation. And so we'll just take a moment just to say once more to, as best you can be, to sit in a comfortable environment and hopefully a place whereby that you won't be interrupted or disturbed. And perhaps just take a moment just to check that your phones or devices are switched off or on silent, if that's appropriate, if you're able to do that and wish to do that, just to minimise the aspect of distractions or interruptions that potentially may arise in this time. And likewise, just to have also some water with you can be helpful. We would recommend that, especially for afterwards. It can help in just helping yourself to come fully back to the here and now and just make that adjustment energetically, perhaps within your mind. So we recommend that you may wish to or like to do this. So with that said, I will just take a few moments now just to sit quietly and hopefully as best as I can to surrender my mind so that my dear spirit friend Brian may step close and blend his energy and his inspiration and that which they wish to share today in regard to this meditation. So we will just spend these few moments quietly, and as we do so, we just encourage you to just sit and just be comfortable as best you can once more, and to just allow yourselves to feel that sense of stillness and peacefulness growing. And don't be concerned if you can't immediately feel or sense anything. Don't be concerned at all, it's fine. But perhaps just as a beginning to just focus on your breathing. It can be quite helpful to soften your mind in that way, or whichever way works for you. Dear ones, as we enter this time of meditation together, we encourage you to continue to focus upon your breathing. Or if it was the case that this was not your particular area of focus, then perhaps now you may wish to gently bring your focus and your attention towards it. As best you can, to silently observe and sense in your own unique manner the way in which the air of which you breathe in travels along its way through the human body, expanding your lungs and energizing your system. And likewise, taking a moment to observe silently also the air of which is being released from your physical body, that which has served its purpose moment to moment. And know that as this process occurs, there is a growing sense of peacefulness as your mind does gently soften and quieten down, and thoughts of the earthly world can be left to one side in this time. And as you continue to breathe in and out most gently, we encourage you gently bring into your mind, into your imagination and your inspiration, the glorious rainforest from faraway lands, perhaps from where you are in this moment in the earthly world. As you stand in this rainforest, you feel the warmth and the moist climate about you, and the vegetation is flourishing and thriving and is most beautiful to behold. There are trees of which you have never seen before, some varieties which are native to this land and may only grow in this particular climate. And as you look up towards the canopies of many trees, they seem to travel up toward the sky forever. The lush greenery and vibrancy cannot help but bring a smile to your face. And likewise you can hear birdsong and gentle movement from the blessed wildlife that inhabits this rainforest. And as you begin to walk along a pathway that you see before you, there is a growing sense of joy. Within this rainforest, you are immersed in the vibration of nature, and therefore there is no judgment. There is no stress or tension. There is nothing to concern you within this rainforest. And within the vibration of this glorious nature. And as this sense of joy is about you, you continue to walk along the pathway. And there in front of you, a little distance away, beautiful vegetation and trees begin to open. There is an opening within this rainforest. And you can hear in the distance the sound of water. Somehow is calling to you and inviting you to come and share and spend a little while immersed in this blessed water. Therefore, as you continue to walk along the pathway and indeed now find yourself in this area of openness, you see now before you a glorious, glorious waterfall. And you cannot help but stand and watch as this glorious water cascades downward. It is not ferocious in its nature as the water travels onward to gravity. It has a gentle momentum of movement to it, softly. And as you look at this water, gently moving, you notice that it does indeed have a pearlescent quality about it. It embodies every color of the rainbow, every color of the spectrum, and every color has its own meaning and significance to you as you stand observing. And now, as this glorious waterfall is before you, you may either wish to sit and continue to observe, or you may indeed wish to travel onward a little further and immerse yourself and stand or sit underneath the gentle flow of the water. And as you make your choice, Know that the power of this water, whether you are observing from a slight distance, or whether you are indeed immersed and can feel it upon you, whether standing or seated within the waterfall. Know that this water brings with it rejuvenation and likewise an aspect of cleansing. This water gently brings also with it a sense of release which cannot help but occur as each droplet of water that merges together to form the waterfall passes to gravity. Then moment to moment, this glorious release occurs. And know that as you engage, whether from a distance or whether directly underneath the waterfall, know once more that the vibration and the power of this water cannot help but afford you benefit and release. If it is your desire to allow this to occur, do not be concerned if your own mind does indeed meander or does indeed become enlivened. Know that all is well in this moment, and you are indeed surrounded in light most gently, most tenderly. And we shall, for a few minutes, remain silent in order that you may continue to engage and explore your own unique experience moment to moment, engaging with this blessed waterfall. Very gently now, dear one, as that gentle release continues to occur, as you observe the waterfall from a distance, or as you feel and sense and engage with it, seated or standing directly underneath the flow most gently of the water. That blessed release continues to occur. And know that perhaps any worry and stress that you may be holding continues to gently release. And that it has indeed served its purpose. And as it continues to release to gravity, it does indeed then become neutral and travel on its way. And as you continue now to engage with this beautiful, blessed waterfall, you notice that the water does now seem to have changed. And it does indeed look to be white in its nature. And very gently this vibration of white light within the water continues to bring refreshment to you most beautifully. And you are invited to continue to absorb if it is your wish to do so. And every single cell of your own physical body is gently refreshed and enlivened. And likewise, there is an aspect of openness and clarity of the mind, and also an emotional peacefulness, which continues to grow moment to moment within the gentle engagement of this waterfall. And the light which now passes through it to you. Very gently now, dear one. There is a sense that it is indeed time to journey back to the earthly world. But very, very gently. You offer your own thoughts of gratitude for this exchange, for this interaction, and this experience within this vibrant rainforest and this blessed waterfall. And you find yourself gently walking back, having either stood up or perhaps walked away from the gentle flow of the water as you have been immersed directly under the waterfall. Likewise, if it is the case that you have sat or stood and observed this blessed waterfall from a distance, you gently now turn and once more find yourself walking upon the pathway of which you did indeed traverse previously. You can still hear the bird song and know that there are many, many insects and creatures about the rainforest, but none which mean you any harm. They are all most delighted that you have visited and shared in this time of inspiration and love, of joy and of refreshment and cleansing. To notice once more the glorious trees and vegetation also about you as you continue to walk along the pathway back to the earthly world, back to your earthly lives, back to your own awareness of mind and of body and of all aspects of self. And we encourage you once more to sit for a few moments, and as we began, we so do now conclude. Focus upon your breathing, silently observing its natural rhythm, as your chest does indeed rise and then fall. And know, dear ones, that you may return at any time you may wish to do so to this rainforest and to this blessed waterfall of light. By very gently opening your mind and your awareness to your inspiration and likewise your divine light within, which cannot help but bring nourishment and all that is needed in your earthly lives to assist you to continue to move forward gently and with kindness and love of self and all life. Now, dear ones, When you feel ready and able to do so, we encourage you to open your eyes, perhaps to move your fingers and your toes, your hands, your feet, and so forth, and to seek refreshment, if it is your desire to do so. Finally, we say to you, dear ones, we are most delighted, most overjoyed once more to share this time together with you. And as our own dear one once again has acknowledged this day, we fully do appreciate that these communications are recorded and are not, as you would understand, live in the moment of engagement together. But nevertheless, we offer as a reminder to each and every one of you that when it is your own choice and desire to engage, to watch and listen and share in these recordings, then know that we are exactly by your sides, and that the doorway does indeed open between our two worlds, and the light, and the healing power, and the love gently is enfolded about you, see. But only if it is your desire to receive it. Nothing is ever forced. And likewise, we acknowledge that, of course, it is not only in these opportunities and in this engagement with our recordings that we are with you. But of course, we are there day to day, moment to moment, whether you choose to engage or not, and irrespective of your own awareness. You see, we love you beyond measure. Your own dear beloved family, friends, those that you have known in the earthly world, who have travelled onward and left the physical life, the physical incarnation, cannot help but desire to bring love and encouragement and all that is needed to assist you, in order that in turn you may continue to assist yourselves to grow, to blossom, to awaken even more so. And truly that is one of the miracles of life. Life in the earthly world, and likewise life in our world, the spiritual realms, perhaps you may name to be heaven. And now, dear ones, we leave you with our love, with our blessings, and once more our gratitude for having taken the time to engage with us, but even more importantly, to engage with yourself, your spirit, your eternal light, your divine light. And until our next happy meeting, we shall now wish you a good day, or good evening, or morning, dear ones. Well, dear friends, I do hope that you enjoyed this time together, and hopefully that you feel a sense of refreshment, and that you hopefully feel energized, and however you may feel, we do hope it's very positive. And once more, thank you for coming to watch our video, to sharing this time and to engage. It really is, as always, as I always love to acknowledge, wonderful, wonderful. So thank you, friends, and we greatly look forward to seeing you next time, to engaging next time. So until then, lots of love and do take care. God bless.